The Zephyrian High Council had deliberated for 7 solar cycles before reaching their unanimous decision. The human diplomat Marcus Chen had to die. His peaceful negotiations had already convinced 3 star systems to abandon the war effort, and his influence was spreading like a plague of rationality across the galaxy. They chose Kethvar for the assignment, a name whispered in terror across 100 worlds. The obsidian-scaled assassin had never failed a contract. Its 4 arms moved with liquid precision, each capable of wielding a different weapon simultaneously. Its optical sensors could track movement in 17 different spectrums, and its neural implants processed tactical data faster than most species could blink. Kethvar materialized on the human orbital station like a shadow-given form. Security systems registered nothing. The bioscanners detected only empty air. It moved through corridors with the silence of vacuum itself, leaving no trace of its passage. The target's quarters were modest, surprisingly so for someone who had single-handedly derailed the greatest military campaign in galactic history. Kethvar phased through the door, its cloaking field rippling like heat waves. Marcus Chen sat at his desk, reviewing diplomatic documents on a primitive holographic display. Perfect. The human was alone, defenseless, completely unaware of death's presence mere meters away. Kethavar's lower right arm extended a plasma blade, its edge humming with enough energy to slice through battle armor. The assassin moved forward, each step calculated for maximum silence. 3 meters, 2 meters, 1 meter. "Oh, hello there," Marcus said without turning around. "I was wondering when you'd arrive." Kethvar froze. The human's voice carried no fear, no surprise, just genuine warmth. The assassin's cloaking field flickered as its concentration wavered. Marcus swiveled in his chair, and Kethvar found itself looking into the most dangerous thing in the galaxy. Kind human eyes behind wire-rimmed glasses. The man appeared to be in his 50s with graying hair and laugh lines that spoke of a lifetime spent smiling. "I imagine you've had quite a journey," Marcus continued, setting down his stylus. "The High Council certainly doesn't spare expense when they want someone eliminated. You must be Kethvar. Your reputation precedes you." The plasma blade trembled in the assassin's grip. No target had ever acknowledged its presence before. They always died in confusion, never understanding what had killed them. "I'm Marcus Chen," the human said, extending his hand before realizing the cultural inappropriateness. He withdrew it with an embarrassed chuckle. "Sorry," human greeting. "Force of habit. Would you like some tea? I was just about to brew a pot." Kethvar's 4 optical sensors blinked in sequence, an involuntary response that hadn't occurred since its youth. The plasma blade powered down with a soft whine. "This is highly irregular," Kethvar managed, its voice a harmony of synthesized tones. "You are my target. I am here to terminate you." "Yes, I rather suspected as much," Marcus replied, standing slowly to avoid any sudden movements. The diplomatic immunity violations and the rather obvious surveillance suggested something, like this was coming, but that doesn't mean we can't be civilized about it, does it? The human moved to a small kitchenette in the corner of his quarters. Kethvar's tactical systems screamed warnings about potential weapons, escape routes, hidden traps. Instead, Marcus filled a kettle with water and placed it on a heating element. "I have chamomile Earl Grey, or a rather lovely oolong I picked up on Centauri Prime," Marcus said, opening a cabinet to reveal an impressive collection of tea containers. "The chamomile is particularly good for settling nerves. I imagine assassination work must be quite stressful." Kethvar's mind, enhanced with quantum processors and combat algorithms, struggled to comprehend the situation. Every protocol in its neural matrix insisted it should strike now while the target was distracted. Yet something unprecedented held it back. Curiosity. "Why are you not afraid?" Kethvar asked. Marcus paused in his tea preparations, considering the question seriously. "Well, I suppose I should be. You're clearly very good at what you do. My security systems didn't even hiccup when you arrived. But fear seems rather pointless at this stage, doesn't it? If you're here to kill me, You'll succeed regardless of my emotional state. Might as well have a pleasant conversation first. The kettle began to whistle. Marcus poured hot water over tea leaves in a ceramic pot. The domestic ritual absurdly normal given the circumstances. Besides, Marcus continued, I've found that most conflicts stem from misunderstanding. Perhaps if we talk, we might find common ground. I am an assassin, Kethvar stated flatly. You are my target. There is no common ground. Are you sure about that? Marcus asked, settling into a chair with his steaming cup. He gestured to the seat across from him. What made you choose this profession? Was it always your calling, or did circumstances lead you here? Against every instinct and protocol, Kethvar found itself sitting. The chair groaned under its armored weight, but Marcus didn't flinch. I was bred for this purpose, Kethvar admitted. Genetic modifications, neural implants, behavioral conditioning. I exist to eliminate threats to the Zephyrian Empire. That sounds lonely, Marcus said gently. Have you ever had a choice in your own life? The question hit harder than any weapon could. Kethvar's optical sensors dimmed as it processed memories it had never been meant to examine. Childhood laboratories, surgical procedures, years of conditioning that had stripped away everything except the ability to kill efficiently. Choice is an illusion, Kethvar said, but its voice carried less certainty than before. Is it? Marcus sipped his tea thoughtfully. You could have killed me already. Several times over, I'd imagine. Yet here we sit, having a conversation. Seems like a choice to me. For the first time in its existence, Kethvar experienced something unprecedented. Doubt. Not about its abilities or mission parameters, but about the fundamental assumptions that governed its existence. The High Council believes I threaten their war effort, Marcus said quietly. They're not wrong. I do believe there's a better way forward than endless conflict. But I'm not your enemy, Kethvar. We're both trapped by others' expectations, aren't we? The assassin's four hands clenched and unclenched. Military conditioning warred with newfound awareness. I have a contract, it whispered. Yes, Marcus agreed. But contracts can be renegotiated. People can change. Even the deadliest assassin in the galaxy can choose a different path. Silence stretched between them, broken only by the gentle clink of Marcus's cup against its saucer. Outside the viewport, stars wheeled in their ancient dance, indifferent to the revolution occurring in one small human's quarters. Finally, Kethvar spoke. The tea. What does it taste like? Marcus smiled, the same warm expression that had toppled governments and ended wars. Like possibility, he said, reaching for another cup. Like the future we might build together. As Kethvar tasted its first cup of tea, the most feared assassin in the galaxy discovered something more dangerous than any weapon, hope. And in that moment, the Zephyrian High Council lost not just their deadliest tool, but their war itself. Because humanity's greatest weapon had never been technology or military might. It was something far more subversive. The simple act of treating others with kindness even when they came to kill you.